All right, everybody, what's going on? It's your boy Jay Banks. We're down here at Native on the Levee for another episode of ThePowWow. What's going on? I got my guy next to me, of course, as always, Andrew Eisler. What's cracking, buddy?
What up?
Old AI.
How we doing? How we doing?
We were just talking. We need to turn that sound down before we get reverbed. But we were just talking. We need new arms for these mics, man. Those. These things are crucial.
Yes,
but
they are.
I do want to let everybody know that Tyrell's on the other side of the couch here, and once again you're wearing the sweatshirt to do the hot chip in, which blows my mind, man. Because last year you wore the you wore the sweater. Actually, I think you had on a couple T-shirts. And the beanie, the beanie was wild to me because that's where like all the heat escapes, man. When you're trying to eat that chip, how you feeling? Are you nervous?
A little bit, man. I did not handle it that well last year, so
yeah,
I
you
think
puked. You didn't puke on camera though, which was great. You actually you had a chance to grab that milk. Maybe the milk did it, dude, because you were able to skirt off camera, and then we actually had a bathroom at the old store. This one here, we're actually missing the bathroom. So if you've got a hurl, bro, I'd maybe grab one of these liquid death cans. I assume.
Right. Yeah, get the liquid death going on.
Or just be a man and swallow that shit. Yeah, right, dude. That's disgusting.
Oh man.
TV went out. All right. That's all right. Camera's still good. Andrew, go ahead and take it over real quick, and I'll get that turned back on.
All right. Yeah, man. I'm excited to see you do this challenge, though, man. You're about to feel it, and I think the last year's was tough, but this year's was a little bit tougher, and it's gonna be that hoodie's gonna probably come off, man. You're probably gonna be sweating bullets and just feeling it.
How'd you feel last year to this year? Because last year, like your videos on YouTube, and you took it like a champ. There was no issues with it.
This year was a little bit. I thought this year was harder, but I don't feel like last year lasted about 6 hours in my stomach. This year was more. It was harder earlier, and then as the day went on, it wasn't as bad. But I still felt it for a while. But last year, honestly, it was pretty good. I mean, it was bad, but like you said, I handled it and took it.
Took it like a champ, bro. You can go and say it. You can go ahead and say it.
Took it like a champ, right. But at the end of the day, still hot, and dude, it's coming.
So what I'm thinking last year it was the
something's different.
It was the Carolina Reaper, right? So this one actually has the Carolina Reaper. Let's see if you can see that in there. It's got the Carolina Reaper and a scorpion pepper. Now the difference between this year and last year it was intense heat right away. After about 10 minutes. After maybe 8 minutes, it went away, and then it came back when you felt it in your stomach. This year, the whole next day, I thought I had COVID, bro. Like I was out of commission, man. I don't know if it was just the wrong time to take it, but the next day, like my nostrils behind my nose just felt hollow. It felt like they were just gone.
Same.
Yeah,
Same.
And so I was worried until you came. You walked in the store at like 4:00 in the afternoon. And you were still sweaty from just the chip, and you're like, bro, I haven't even shit yet.
Yeah. It took me 2 days to use the restroom after that.
You think that's because of what you ate before? Did you not eat before this, or did you? You know what I mean? Was there something different that you did?
I don't think so. I was living life the same, and usually I get up every morning and I do my morning routine, and that's part of it. And that morning didn't happen, and the next morning didn't happen, and then when it did happen, it was. What goes in must come out, and it was very painful, and it was like reliving the experience at the opposite end, and that was just
Would you do it again?
Eat the chip?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I think I would too, even though it was intense pain, and the next day I was pretty much out of commission. I felt like I was sick the next day.
Yeah, the only thing in my video, I fondled with the gloves. I couldn't get them on my hands, but I didn't want my eyes and anything getting touched by the stuff, so it was worth me taking the time to get it done. But I mean, I would do it again. Not that I really want to do it again, but I will do it again if I need to. Why not? It's one of those experiences that
Tyrell's already taken the hoodie off, man.
Yeah,
He
he's
shouldn't
already
have said
prepping.
anything. He's already got the arm slit out.
It's one of those experiences I think everybody should have just to see if their body can handle it. It's like can you handle it? Eventually, it turns into mind over matter. Once you're through like eating it and it's down your system, you just have to
get it down. Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
It was it was funny, man. It kind of reminded me of like being Catholic growing up and having to eat that wafer, that you get when when you're taking communion or whatever. For some reason, I always gagged on that shit, man, and it was because for me, it was like you're supposed to let that stuff dissolve in your mouth, and you're not supposed to chew it like a wafer or whatever. But like for me, that thing would dissolve in my tongue, and it was like the grossest feeling, dude. Like I've always been like a texture guy.
Yeah.
And that kind of like what happened with that chip, bro, because like my throat was like, nope, it's not going down. Like you're not putting this down.
Yeah.
And so it was just there in my mouth, like just burning. Anything that touched it burned too, man. Like actually, it's funny. What time did we do that here? Because when I went home, I kissed Kaylin when I got there, and she started walking around the house thinking to herself, what the hell did I eat that was so hot? And because it was just from one kiss, man. Like, and then she was like, "Oh my God, you ate that chip today. No wonder why my lips are burning right now."
I would say you left about 30 minutes after eating it because I ate it and then you left. So it was probably saw it an hour later.
Yeah, that's wild. And of course, you're trying to clean your face off and get rid of that stuff, man.
Yeah,
so that's crazy.
And it lasted. I mean, I could feel the powder and I could feel the remnants of the chip. Way after anything that didn't go down, I can still feel like it burned my mouth for a little while.
Yeah, Tyrell, don't worry, man. You'll be cool.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
Yeah,
things are fine.
Simple.
It's fine. Everything's good.
All right. So if you don't know, we're down here in Newport on the Levee, and we do this live during during store hours. So we actually have a live camera going on right now. So it kind of shows you where the store is itself. We've got the whole glass front, so you can come over here and you can watch the podcast from the actual gallery in Newport on the Levee. That's the AMC where the old ticket box office used to be. With technology these days, you don't need that. Everything's on your phone. So, but yeah, so come on down. You can always be a part of it. You can hang out in the background if you're interesting enough to think that you can be on the podcast. Let's roll. Let's get you to be a part of it. And then we have some other news too, man. There's Norm Macdonald passed away. That's insane, dude.
Yeah, man. Sad.
61 years old. Shout out. Billy Madison is the first thing that comes to mind, dude. When I think of Norm Macdonald, man. The dude, obviously, I don't know where he got his start from, but Saturday Night Live definitely kicked it off.
Oh, for sure.
And the guy, it's something you said earlier, man. His voice is just, it's uncanny. It's like the second that you read that he passed away, like you can hear his voice.
You can literally hear his voice in your head.
And his laughter, that laugh that he has, man. So sad day for the comedy world. Maybe we all need to go out and watch one of those Billy Madison movies.
Yep.
He's always an extra in one of them, man. He's always got something going on in the background. One of those Adam Sandler Happy Madison Productions or whatever it is.
Yeah, and he's one of those guys, I guess, that wanted to keep the good vibes going across the board. So he didn't tell anybody that he had cancer, which is what ultimately led to his death. And but he didn't let anyone know. I don't know what extent that he kept it a secret, but the public didn't know. And it's one of those things where he had a lot of, I don't know, his reputation. He didn't want to hurt it, and cancer definitely, does that to your reputation. When the world finds out, all of a sudden you might get pity that you normally wouldn't get, and people act differently towards you. And I think he just wanted to keep the good vibes going until the end of his time. And I mean, like Jay said earlier today when we were talking about it originally, is he probably made a joke. As he was passing, is that's the kind of guy he was. So yeah, definitely sad. Sad to know that he gone too soon, man. 61 years old. Sad day. But yeah, we're getting stuff together here. We're gonna do a live stream on Instagram and a few other platforms. So if anyone's checking out on Twitch or YouTube or Instagram, we're there. We're there, man. We're there.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm definitely sad to see another comedian go.
Yeah.
That's a tragic thing. Any loss, honestly, in the media is sad. Any loss in general, you know, he had a family.
Yeah, for sure.
So
yeah.
it's like,
and with death is a weird thing because it's hard to like understand how you're gonna react to it because everyone's life impacts you differently, right? So at the end of the day, his life impacted millions of people, and so now everyone has a different memory, like he said, an Adam Sandler film, and then there's other shows he was on, and then the stand-up, and anything that Norm did was always, you know, high regarded and popular. So he's affecting everyone differently. And when I saw the news, it like my heart hurt. I mean, too much death lately. People are like important people are, you know, unfortunately their lives are ending too soon, and but their memories live on forever, and we'll always remember them, man. They're good people. And I want to shout out someone who recently passed, James. AKA Waterbug Backus. He passed away. He was a local guy in the Newport area. He passed away, and it's really sad. And they just had a benefit for him this weekend across the street at Thompson House. And it's just one of those things where when he used to do these magic tricks, and he blew everyone's mind in the bar that he was hanging out in, wherever he was at. And he always spread good vibes, and his energy was unmatched. And another life gone too soon. So shout out to Waterbug, man.
Yeah, I only met him a handful of times, man, when he popped into the store. and the dude was full of life, man. And that's the sad thing, is you never know when someone's light goes out, man. You know, on what it is, whether... You know, Norm Macdonald had cancer and didn't tell anybody.
Yep.
And what's going on in California right now is crazy, man. They're people are dying from cocaine over there. So it's like cocaine laced with fentanyl. You know, apparently fentanyl can on the backside. You know, if you cut your coke with fentanyl, you can increase your stock by a lot. And
Okay.
but the problem is fentanyl is so finicky. You only need like a minute dose to overdose or kill somebody, and it's starting to happen everywhere. So I don't know. It definitely happened for a couple comedians. There was a party that happened. I think 2 people died. One female's in the hospital. She's doing okay, but she's like, this is awful. Like you know. And then the actor, the Michael, what's his name? He was in Boardwalk Empire as Chalky White.
I think I saw something like that. I can't think of his name. It's been a weird group of people.
He passed away from an OD, and I'm wondering if that's the same case, man, because it seems like, you know, it doesn't take much these days. Everyone's always trying to get just a little bit higher and a little bit higher, and then it ends up, you know, having an adverse effect, dude, and killing somebody.
That's just wild to think that people are out there like supplying stuff to people that is pretty much
deadly.
Just deadly. Yeah, it's killing people pretty much off the rip just because they want to, you know, maximize profits. Or, I mean, if it's intentional to kill somebody on that end, that's obviously way worse. But to maximize profits, that's just, someone needs to put a stop to that real quick, man. That's like, I mean, I'm not condoning any of the behavior either way. Live your life how you're gonna live your life, of course, but like at the end of the day, like stuff that people are thinking that is ultimately like not gonna harm them on that way, and all of a sudden they do something and their life's over just like that because somebody wanted to make an extra quick buck.
It's a shame, man.
It's like, what? Like,
Michael K. Williams.
Michael K. Williams.
He was in The Wire. Died at 54.
Yeah, Boardwalk Empire is where I know Chalky White from. And then another guy, man, Mac Miller. He was another guy that died from fentanyl. You know, unfortunately, if you see his struggles, he talks about his drug addiction. and he talks about his breakup with Ariana Grande, and it's one of those things, man, where you've got, you medicate yourself every single day anyways, just to be on that level. So when you have to deal with heartbreak, you've got to medicate twice as hard to even feel something, because at that point you're medicating yourself just to be normal.
That's why I say, like, if you like that behavior goes down a hole, and when you get so deep in that hole, it's hard to get out of, and then all it takes is somebody doing something like lacing it with something, and before you know it, it's all over, and you're down the hole, so you're not going to be able to get out anyways, because you have to eventually, I guess, medicines, you desensitize, you get used to it. You have to take more in order to get the same level of high, or same level of, feeling good, if it's pain meds or whatever your vice may be. But the thing is when you're down that hole and you have to get it, and if someone knows that they can harm you with it, that's another angle. If someone's intentionally trying to come after you, if you're a big enough, celebrity or something, someone wants to cause some pain to somebody, there's some evil people in the world, man, and it's one of those things that it's scary, and if you're in the hole enough, it's you can become a target, and I wouldn't say that's what happened to Mac, but you never know.
No, that's not what happened to Mac. Actually, his drug dealer got busted.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. So and he was,
Okay.
I believe he was charged for the fentanyl that was laced in.
But did he know he was? I mean, he knew he was supplying Mac with it, and he knew it was what could have happened. So
I mean, you know what, man? He might just have been the middleman. Honestly, I mean, you don't know where this stuff comes from, dude.
Right. At the end of the day, yeah.
It's just at this point, it's like, how good's the batch? You know what I mean? And you really don't know, and that's. I don't think any of the stuff is intentional. I think it's always to maximize profits. If you can take a little bit of something and get a big wow out of it, and
let's give it to the masses, which is even worse. I mean,
right.
I mean, for profit. I mean, it's just at the end of the day, like, it's causing death. You can't go back on it. It's just not cool, man.
And speaking of, I don't like pot. Really doesn't kill anybody. I don't.
No,
I don't
but
think
people have
anyone's-
gotten very sick from it being laced, and I'm sure things have happened. People have laced weed. Yes,
Oh yeah, for sure.
for sure. So I mean, it's just one of the, I don't know. I don't understand causing harm to people just for even profit. But it's not my life. I can only control what I can control.
Right, and that's one of those crazy things, man. And it could be if drugs were regulated, then they wouldn't have to be sneaking stuff in, and there wouldn't be people making the stuff in their bathtubs.
Yes.
And
but the
and
regulation
using-
that's a whole nother hole to go
Oh,
down.
of course,
yeah, that's
dude.
But I mean, there is some serious. I mean, drugs can make major changes to your whole entire makeup. I mean, even if you get on any certain antidepressants or anything like that, that industry, it just impacts human behavior so much. And when you get into the level of like lacing stuff and maximizing profits, the dangers are pretty much endless, man. And anyone listening, definitely think twice before. Just check what you're putting in your system. That's all I have to say. Just check what you're putting in your system.
Absolutely, man.
Check what you're putting in your system. Yeah.
All right, so on to a better topic.
Yeah,
man.
absolutely. Let's
The
pick it up.
The Met Gala. Did you
Met
get a chance to
Gala.
watch that?
I saw some highlights from it. I didn't get to watch it, but I did see some highlights. Some of that stuff was wild.
So I mean, like most people don't watch the Met Gala. They just, it's pretty much just a fashion show, which is crazy because it's like the tickets to get there, like $30,000 a person to be a part of it. And then of course, AOC pops in with this dress that says "Tax the Rich," and it's like.
I did see that.
You want to talk about just
You are
calling
the
the
rich.
kettle black? Yeah, dude.
But you
you
went,
are
and
the
you paid
rich.
for the ticket.
yeah,
Like, I
but
support the dress, but like you still there.
right.
You still
So like the Met Gala's always been awesome though, man, because it's always been like the outlandish, the craziest dresses and outfits that one can come up with. And obviously Marc Jacobs has always been at the forefront of that for the past 20 years or so. He's always been the in the forefront of fashion, man. It's cool seeing how if you ever pay attention to his Instagram page, like he posts a lot of like throwbacks, and it's like, man, this dude's been around for so long, dude. And it's like whether it be whether it be walking down the carpet with Cher, you know, he's been through it
That's
all,
awesome.
man. So yeah,
Yeah,
dude, it's super cool,
That
man.
is cool.
And actually, Jordan Blackmore, a good friend of ours, man,
Oh,
he cuts his hair. He's his personal stylist or barber.
Yeah, he wrestled a few years ahead of me. I heard all about him.
Yeah,
High
dude.
school, yeah,
Jordan's
yeah.
the whip, man. He was
Yeah,
he was
man.
trying to be on the podcast last time he was in town, but of course, when you only got a couple days in, it's always about family. So it's like
For
you know,
sure, for
extracurriculars
sure.
or come later
He's
on.
from our town, our home little area back in
Union, Kentucky.
Union, Kentucky, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he I remember wrestling practices. People would the coach would mention his name. He's like Jordan's out there cutting hair, blah 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 blah, and just like, oh, now he's cutting hair for the the top of the I guess the fashion food chain.
So back to
crazy.
Met Gala, man. What
Yeah.
was the craziest outfit that you saw
Dude, that metal outfit was nuts. I just
from
saw
Little
pictures.
Nas X?
Yeah, let me see.
He looked like
it.
C-3PO, bro. I
Yeah.
thought that was kind of dope.
It was a couple different comparisons.
You know what, dude? Maybe he was trying
Yeah.
to look like one of those dudes from Spaceballs.
Bring up that
Didn't-
camera. Bring up that camera.
Didn't they have? There you go. Didn't Spaceballs? Weren't there when they were combing the desert? Or was that? There were black metal outfits, I think, not gold.
Yeah, this is
Maybe.
gold, and it's got a shoe covers at the very bottom. Like he looks
It's
oh.
dope. I
Dude, it
definitely
is
think
dope.
It's dope.
Looks like he's about to go to battle or something. He just needs a helmet. And
Dude, he is going to battle, man.
Yeah.
And everyone's trying to take that dude's crown right now, man.
for sure. Yeah,
He's on top of the game. He won best video of the year.
the
so,
VMAs.
So
yeah.
shout out to him, man. There's a lot of people that started talking shit about that online too when he won that. But you know what, man? At the end of the day, if you can get people talking about you, good or bad, it always ends up helping you out,
Yep.
man.
Right.
And that just shows right there, you know, that that you can spin any of that into positivity if you just because he's like a happy-go-lucky guy, man. You can tell that
Right.
that he's just instead of letting it get to him, he's using it to fuel his fire.
Yeah.
Which is dope, man. And I was thinking about this today. This dude's got a mom and a dad. You know, Little Nas X has a mom and a dad that
He
are
does.
so proud of him right
Yeah.
now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they may not approve of everything he's doing, but bro, like this dude's breaking boundaries
Man.
that people dream
absolutely.
of.
He's getting to a point where he's getting in conversations that aren't even about music. Like that's how deep of an impact this guy is making. Like I support the fact that he has made himself in a way, not so much a target like on purpose or whatever, but like in a way like he's being noticed. Because it's like when it all started, when the song with Billy Ray blew up and all this other stuff, no one knew who this kid was. And now he's like, every topic, every year, it reverts back to him in some way, shape, or form. His album cover, what he decided to wear, what his music video
Yup.
was, what his shoes was.
Things
Like
that shake things up.
it
Yeah.
always comes back to him. And I think he processes that too. He's like, what am I gonna do now
Yeah.
that's gonna blow up tomorrow?
Right.
What am I gonna post? What am I gonna wear that's gonna everybody's gonna be talking about it? We're doing it right now.
Yeah.
Like he's sitting at
Exactly.
home chilling,
Yeah.
doing whatever he's
Thinking
doing.
his next move. Yeah.
And he's planning his next move. And we're out here, we're speaking on his name because he's doing something. He's doing something that's
Yeah.
striking in the media every single day. And I respect it. I
There's certain
respect it.
people out there
Do
that
it,
are
bro.
able to shake it up so quickly by just whatever they do. You know what I mean? Like we're hearing a lot about Britney Spears lately, and
Free
these-
Britney.
Yep. There's so many things going on, and there's just certain people.
Bro,
Yeah.
like shout out to my wife, man. She looks over at me the other day and she goes, what if she is crazy? like what if like you know how like her dad, like obviously Kaylin wants like the best for Brittany, but she's like,
Easily.
what if he gives up custody or like the whole custodial thing or whatever it is, and or conservationship.
Yep.
And she just goes batshit crazy, and he just stands there and goes, I told you. Like I
mean,
tried telling you guys.
Whether she's crazy or not, it's the same concept with Lil Nas. Like she's talking. I mean, she's done so much in music to get to where she is now, and it's like, I mean, we're gonna be talking about her another 20 years.
Oh yeah, she's
easily.
gonna anything that lady does, anything that Britney does, gonna be covered across the board no matter what.
Right.
But unfortunately, she seems like she's going into a direction where she's trying to get free, but at the same time she's just seems like she's getting a little crazier with it. So like we said, maybe she is crazy, maybe, who knows?
We'll never know until
we
we
won't
know.
Right. But I'm here for it. I'm here to watch it. I mean, she is in the limelight, and she's not going away anytime soon, like you said. So, I mean, we're here for it. We're here to.
I want to see the madness, man.
Yeah.
I want to see how this all boils down in 10 years. Are we still going to be having these same conversations about Britney Spears?
Probably.
Lil Nas
Probably.
X and
Probably.
certain other celebrities.
It'll go from Free Britney to like, what's Britney doing now?
I mean,
it's only a matter of time before her sons are out causing mischief. and it's gonna be Britney's kids.
Yep.
I look at it as like how everybody was like coming for Kanye, calling him crazy and stuff like that. I think about it the same thing. Like, I generally think Kanye is a genius in his own way.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree with some of the moves that he makes, but I believe wholeheartedly the man's a genius. He deserves to be where he is as far as like top known. And I'm sitting back like everything else, looking to see what happens next. Who's gonna do what's gonna come from? I'm gonna be like, all right,
what's his next shoe coming?
What's happening? I would never wear a pair of Yeezys. I'm sorry, not my thing. But hey, he's making way more money than I have, so I can't.
Yeah.
Grind it out, bro. Keep it moving.
It's crazy to see how far that dude's come, man. Coming from like literally the polos and backpacks that he was getting made fun of, man. But he's always been that one dude that's thought he's bigger than his own body, bro, which has always been crazy, man. It's like, he's there's no one else like him on the planet, right? And I think that might have hurt his album a little bit, when it comes to the Drake album and the Kanye album. Kanye's my go-to, right? He's my favorite artist all around, because I've seen where he is, where he was when I was in Chicago, and I saw where he is now, and what he did to get there, and how many people he put on, dude. Like Virgil, like with Off-White, Virgil wouldn't be Virgil without Kanye West, man. Like, for real. But at the same time, people like Kanye wouldn't be Kanye without Kid Cudi.
Right.
And those are things that
very
like
true.
And Cudi's like my one of my all-time favorite musicians.
Bro, man.
But bro, what Kim wore at Met Gala, did you see that? It was crazy. It was all black, head to toe. She wore the black mask just like Kanye, which you could have bought that when his Donda album came out. You could buy that mask. It was like $200, I think, or something.
Just go buy
but the color, it was actually really cool, man, because even her boots and everything, and I know a lot of people probably don't even know this in the fashion industry, so when they're talking about all these fashion blogs and all this shit, I'm pretty sure what she was wearing was Fanta Black, which is that color that absorbs 99% light. So when people are taking photos of her, an all black outfit should be shiny, right? Especially around the corners, around her legs.
Yeah.
Bro, like her foot, you couldn't tell it was a boot. It was just a black silhouette. And that's how that Fanta Black works. It absorbs 99% of light. So for me, like that was like, oh shit. Like I liked, like Tyrell said, A$AP Rocky and Rihanna. Like when they came in, A$AP had on an ill suit. He was wrapped up with this fluffy blanket that everybody would want to curl up in, dude.
Yeah.
But then Rihanna's got her own,
Right there.
Yeah, it's dope, bro.
It was cool. My friend posted about it, and I was like, bro, I would be the one wearing something like that, something crazy but simple at the same time.
Yeah, and then Rihanna was wearing a beanie, bro. And the whole outfit, then she was rocking the beanie at the top. So shout out to her, man.
Yeah.
Love it.
And A$AP Rocky, man. So they're together now, which is cool, man. It's cool seeing how happy-go-lucky those two are. Because she's a billionaire now, bro. She's out making that cash.
For sure.
And we got a whole group of people popping in. There they are.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, here they come. They're sneaking in.
Come on through.
So we've got the store's open till 8 o'clock every day. So if you ever want to pop in, store's open 12 to 8. How are you guys? Doing good. If you have any questions or anything, let us know. Sure are, yeah. But all right. So Met Gala. I want to transition. I want to talk about the VMAs, but
Okay, yeah.
I think that's going to be a longer conversation than the Triller fights were this weekend, bro. Because the Triller fights were like crazy slow, man. It was over before you knew it. So
Right.
Vitor Belfort ended up fighting Evander Holyfield, bro. Now, obviously, Evander Holyfield is like creme de la creme boxing. Like, he's a legend. And he was actually trying to get a fight with Tyson recently, dude, which is the crazy thing. So him and Tyson were trying to get this fight together. And then it went to Roy Jones, and then Tyson ended up fighting. Who did Tyson fight? No, he didn't end up fighting Roy Jones. So he ended up fighting Roy in that. But Evander ended up fighting Vitor Belfort, who's a UFC champion, and got knocked out in the first round, bro. Like, Holyfield got knocked out in the first round, which was it's sad to see, because he's like 61, I think, and he was still, bro, like jacked, man. He's still that scary looking Evander Holyfield, but just it was weird. It was his balance wasn't there anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
Losing it.
Yeah.
Losing
So
it,
I mean,
man.
he was taking the hits.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, when he leaned back to step back, it was, I can't catch my balance anymore. And I guess that just happens with age, man. Gravity just tries to pull you down.
Yeah, nothing's your friend at that point.
But same thing happened with Tito Ortiz versus Anderson Silva, man.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for coming in.
So Tito Ortiz and Anderson Silva, two UFC legends, bro.
Legend.
For sure, dude.
And when it comes to UFC, I've always looked at the
Yeah.
UFC as a lot harder of sport than boxing is.
I agree for sure.
But these two guys got in the ring, and Tito was coming at him with left and right, and then Anderson Silva was dodging most of it, like how Anderson Silva does in his UFC stuff, and then comes around and cracks him with the left and knocks him out cold, bro, like glass jaw cold.
Yeah, it was a quick, just like that. First round, he was like dodging left and right, and then he went up with it, and that dude just...
He hit him right on the jaw.
Yeah.
So he hit him like right on the side, right there, which is definitely... it's not the lights out button where the temple is, but still, if you get hit right there in the jaw and you're not bracing
that
for
knocked his whole balance off. He just started stumbling, and then before you know it,
you can tell
Yeah.
like when he was trying to get up that he couldn't breathe. Like
Yep.
that was the face that you get from that is like
Yeah.
your brain's trying to get oxygen again.
knocked out of reality, man.
So
Yeah, he was on the ground.
I know Triller wasn't looking forward to that, man, because they had originally it was Oscar De La Hoya versus Vitor Belfort, but Oscar De La Hoya got COVID. So
Right. That's a shame that COVID's interrupting that too. Like, it's affecting everything at this point.
Yeah, and especially, man, because like Evander Holyfield took the fight on like less than a week notice. So but he looks like he trains all the time. But still, when it came down to fighting, he wasn't prepared at all.
Yeah.
And Vitor was by far. So, all right, man. Next on the list, bro.
VMAs.
No, dude. Next
what are you
on the
gonna do with
list.
Oh, you want to go ahead and do it?
I wanna knock it out because he's over there. He's over there
And-
acting all confident right now. Look at him. He's got the foot on the table. He's got the arm on the couch.
He's feeling
like,
good.
Listen,
feeling good.
I am terrified, but I said I would do it, so I'm a man of my word.
Oh,
So
did my phone die? Is that what just happened?
it just went dark face over there. But yeah, I'm scared. I got my milk down here, so like I'ma take it.
You have every reason to be scared.
I
appreciate you guys coming in.
Yeah, I'm ready, but I'm not. But let's do it.
All right, so I've got the box over here. I'm gonna go ahead and bust it open.
Aw, snap.
There it is. There's the.
Gotta hear that crackle.
Ooh.
Dang, I just thought about it. I need to do like a crunch sound in the microphone.
They definitely made the chips thicker this year. Did you notice that?
Yes, yeah.
Slightly wider.
So
It felt heavier. I feel.
this one feels heavier, and
Yeah.
I bet you too many people are complaining about buying a $6 chip and it being broke when they get it.
Yeah.
Right.
But it doesn't make sense anyways. You're gonna crack it when you put it in your mouth because you definitely don't want this on your lips.
Oh man, it's almost that time. Goodness gracious.
Oh, bro. All right, man.
Oh, bro.
There's Ethan.
What's up, man?
All right,
Easy.
bro. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and hand this over.
Oh snap.
All right, Tyrell's got the chip.
I gotta get this napkin, man. I ain't got no gloves to hold this thing. Oh, it is broken.
Oh, it is broken?
Mine wasn't broken last year.
Uh-oh. All right, man. So this year it is this is the Packy One Chip Challenge with Tyrell from the Native brand. So this year they have a Scorpion Pepper and a Carolina Reaper that they added to this thing. So it is very intense. I mean, it's long lasting, not like last year. Last year, after about 6 to 10 hours, you were good to go. This had a full 24-hour effect, if not 48 hours, until I felt normal again. Yeah, make sure you're saving the. I don't know why. I'm telling Andrew to save photos and videos like he's not the master at saving everything that he films.
Seriously.
All right, man. So Tyrell's gonna go ahead and get into it. If you're listening on one of the YouTube channels or one of our podcasts that you can't see it, Tyrell's got this chip in his hand right now. It is a full black Packy chip, and it is doused with Carolina Reaper and Scorpion Pepper powder. So he's gonna try to eat it without using your hand. You're gonna try to eat it right off the napkin without using your hands.
It even smells bad. Like it's making my head hurt.
Yeah, I can't smell it this time, man. Maybe I
right.
guess I'm lucky enough to sit far enough away this time, bro.
All right, man. Here we go.
Yeah, you got to use your hand, bro. Use that hand. Oh, look. All over his lip. All over his lip. You should have used your hand, bro. You have no control. Oh, man. So last year, Tyrell, once he tried the chip, his mind wasn't working right, and the only thing he kept saying is, "It's hot, it's hot, it's hot," and then he tried flying away because this thing just gets it gets to you, man. How you feeling, Tyrell?
Like death, man.
How is it compared to last year?
Really hot. Really hot. I'm crying already.
You got it down? Watch your hands around your eyes, man. I know you didn't get any of that stuff on you. That stuff fell on your hoodie too. So make sure if you're using it, use the hands, not the. There you go. You gonna be all right? Oh, there's that cough again.
Man, it's on.
That cough sounded so familiar, bro.
That's oh my god. Oh man. Woo!
This is like deja vu from from 12 months ago.
Right.
It's worse.
It's hard to talk. It closes your throat up a little bit, right? Tell us how you feeling, man.
I'm dying.
You don't want to talk. Jocelyn's rooting you on right now, bro. She's sitting there going, "Come on, babe, you can do this. You got this." We're gonna have to get Jocelyn on. You think she'd try it?
Nah, man. Nah, I can't. I'm done.
You gonna go for the milk already? He's gonna throw up at the.
Shoot. I can't.
This stuff is no joke. He's giving up. He's bouncing out. Get that silk. Now I think the milk is what made you throw up last time, man. I'm going out on the limb there. Pull that mic up to you, man.
Woo!
Is it that bad compared to last year? Like do you remember how bad last year was? Like I know you've seen the video a dozen times, but when you go through the pain like you are right now, does it bring back the feelings of how it felt 12 months ago?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you can definitely have that like,
Like reminiscent.
yeah,
like,
reminiscence, like almost like flashbacks. I mean, I
Man,
had a little bit of flashback.
I hope
when
my phone died, because if not, everyone on here is gonna be so pissed that they didn't get to see him.
Oh, right.
Woo!
All right, my phone didn't die, but I am no longer live on
He
Instagram.
gone.
He's out of here. And just like that, he took off, man. All right. So I guess that's it, bro.
I guess that's it.
So I guess it's just you and I to talk about
Yeah.
the MTV VMAs. Hey,
He's like over there struggling. Like, all right, well, best video goes to.
hey, Tyrell, you can't bring two red Solo cups and that sangria over, can you? While you're up, thanks, bud.
Best video of the year goes to Tyrell.
All right, man. So if you guys want to try one of the
That's
Packy
funny.
chips, I physically bought 40 of them. I paid out of my pocket. I bought 40 of them. We have them down here at the store. If you think you can handle it, comment below and let us know. And we're going to be picking people and getting you on the podcast or on our YouTube channel to be trying the 2021 Packy One Chip Challenge. It's definitely no joke, but it's only one chip. It's only 5 minutes of pain and then 24 hours of like, why did I do this?
Yeah, it's a lot of why did I do this?
And
but-
then well, but then like you've got another 7 months of like, I can't wait to try that again.
Exactly. It makes you want to do it again. Once you've done it the first time, you're like, I can handle it. Let's try it again. And this year was tougher than last year's, I'll be honest. But either way, just the anticipation of doing it, it just makes you want to do it more. Even though you know at the end of the day, it's just going to be painful and just a miserable experience. But you want it. Like, it's like one of those things that's just so, like, unique. You have to try it.
For sure, dude. I was in Jungle Gyms yesterday morning. Yeah, yesterday. And I saw they had the Toe of Satan. It was sold out, so I'm bummed. But it's like crazy hot. And then there was another one where it was peanuts in like this tube.
Mhm.
So I think I'm gonna go and buy a bunch of those and then bring the wheel back. And then so when
yeah.
people are on the podcast, they can spin the wheel and they can either win a free T-shirt, win a hat,
That's cool.
eat a scorpion, eat a Carolina Reaper, etc. Whatever.
Yeah. Right. Eat it. One of those scorpions would be interesting.
Appreciate you guys coming in. Thank you. All right. So like I said, we're live down here at the levee
Yeah, we
as
got a
always.
little crew out there walking around getting their shopping done. So if you need your spices or you need something from Trade, this is the place down here to come and stop in Native. We're live, so
For sure.
Yeah.
There's a Cuban restaurant and
Yes.
that Biggie Smalls shirt is dope.
I
though.
know I was just looking at that.
So there's a Cuban restaurant popping in. Maybe these people, they look like they're about to pop into that restaurant over there. So there's a Cuban restaurant moving in, and a rum bar. How cool is that, man? Like a rum bar is so
Right.
so low key.
Who would have thought of that?
Cubans would have,
Right.
for sure.
Clearly, but I mean, it's one of the. For the levee, the rum
Right.
bar at the levee.
Oh,
you
it's
know what I mean? That's,
perfect,
it's
yeah.
one of those things where who would have even. I mean, I thought we were going to get a brewery, but obviously, one brewery backed out, and now we have the space that if anyone's interested, come check spaces out of levee. There are places for any.
How are you guys?
What's
Doing
up?
Good. I think Tyrell went and hid, man. He might be in the back puking, bro.
I see him. He's pacing.
Oh,
He's
there you
walking
go.
over there, struggling.
We should have. You know what, man? We need to get the lapel mic. We should have had the lapel mic on him. So like when he ran to the bathroom, it
Yeah.
was still recording.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to step
We
up our
should've.
game a little bit over here, man. All right, so let's get back to it. I'm sure
Yep.
everyone pretty much tuned out at that point. The VMAs it's always been one of those things, man. And Kalen said the same thing. Like growing up, 9 p.m. Like you had to watch. You had to sit down. You had to be ready for the VMAs because it was live and you didn't know what was going to happen. And then if you caught like the 10 o'clock or the 11 o'clock, whenever it was a 2-hour show, the 11 o'clock version, they would have edited out all the shit that you really wanted to see.
Right.
So the VMAs was awesome, man. There was
Some big winners.
some big winners.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Kanye wasn't voted for any. I mean, I guess he really didn't make any videos this year, though.
Yeah, no, I don't think. I think it's his release was way too recent for it to be. Yeah, he hasn't dropped anything. I mean, the only people that really, I mean, that Olivia Rodrigo, she got a lot of attention. Justin Bieber, obviously, he got.
Hey, and shout out to the Baggy Boy, man. What's up, dude?
Yeah.
So he goes up on stage rocking these big baggy jeans, and I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, I've been rocking those for like 4 months now, 3
Right.
months now. All right.
Yeah, you're ahead of the game.
Yeah, come on
Yeah.
down. We got style down here. at the
Right.
Lady. And then
Machine Gun Kelly,
Machine Gun Kelly, bro. So he got best
alternative
video. Yeah, which is and honestly, man, it's kind of a
It's alternative.
that's got to be gratifying to.
Yeah.
I mean, has he won any awards? With any VM? Yeah, I'm sure he's
For
won
like-
some VMA awards
like-
for hip hop.
Yeah, he might have. I don't know. I have to check out on that.
But hip hop is such a harder demographic, man, because when it comes down to it, you've got nobody's selling records like hip hop, right? Like there's
Right.
no alternative records that are selling
Yeah.
like rap or
Like the
hip-hop
hip hop
ever
winner
has.
was this year was Travis Scott. So like
Shout out
yeah.
to Travis Scott, man, and,
Yeah.
and that was cool too, because the amount of talent they had to choose from on that was incredible.
Exactly, yeah.
And Kalen, man, the second that he won, you know, he gets up and he starts walking the stage and he does this thing where he just, like he just squeezes down and he just like,
Like he scored a touchdown.
yeah, dude. And then Kalen's like, oh, like I'm so glad he won, you know, like because he like takes everything like to heart, like he's like another accomplishment. Like, yeah, it's not like you're just
Yeah.
coming up on stage and
Right,
grabbing
nonchalant, being the
grabbing an
cool
award.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
he put the work in. He won the award. He earned it, and he knows that. And
for
so-
sure, bro. And like he should have ended. He should have ended the acceptance speech with "Look, Mom, I can fly." I feel like he should say that every single time he does something. "Look, Mom, I can fly."
Dude,
Like that's ill.
that's,
You know
that's
what I
like
mean? Like,
cold chills, man.
yeah.
That's like one of those like phrases that just like sticks with you. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
for
Yeah.
sure.
Like,
Yeah,
and
he
bring
would-
mama into anything, and you're like, oof.
Right.
And
And that's what I was saying earlier, man. Little Nas X has a mom and a dad. Like, it's weird that you don't think of these things, man. Like you're sitting here critiquing this dude and wishing all this hateful shit on him, and all because of something that he physically can't change. Like
Yeah.
if you're gay or homosexual or you know trans, whatever, like it's not like you're just. I mean, for the most part, it's not like you're just waking up going, "Oh, I think I want to be gay today."
right, right.
You know,
right,
it's like
right.
one of those things where you don't feel
Exactly.
comfortable in your own skin, man.
Yeah.
So for somebody to feel comfortable in their own skin and get bashed like
Yeah,
that,
for the
and-
world to come at you like that is just, it's not only like it. They have to take. There's so many people that have to do everything in their power to get up and go through the day for the world to break them down like that, for just because they don't see it the same way or they disagree with, even there's nothing to disagree about, but people find a way to hate on everything. It's a shame. It's a shame that the world can be so brutal, and that the person can do nothing about it. It's just the way. It's just who they are, and that's just
or they can be like Little Nas X and they can double down and
Double
piss
down.
everybody off.
yeah, just
and
throw a middle
then-
finger to the world type of thing. Just like, hey, this is me. This is who I am. Take it or leave it. That's just the way it is, and that's the best way to do life. Take me how I am, like.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've always said that, man. Like, scratch out the stuff you're bad at and double down on the stuff you're good at.
Yeah,
man.
you don't do it for the haters. You do it for the people that love you.
Tyrell,
That's
how
what's
you
up.
feeling, bro?
Yeah, what's up, bud?
Hey, do me a favor, man. Grab that sangria and a couple glasses of the red Solo cups.
Catch your breath first. Looks like he's struggling over here.
He's hurting. Did you throw up? Oh, he got rid of it. He threw up.
Oh.
All right. If you know what? There's a new rule I forgot to tell you about. If you throw up, you got to try it again.
Yeah, you have to do it a second time. So, we'll see you in 5.
Wait a minute. Where did did he just throw up in the trash can?
Probably.
Tyrell's checking trash out tonight.
Yep.
Thanks, bro. All right. I always got the trusty sangria on the lock.
What's up?
Got Colonel D in the building.
Want to sit down? No. Shot down.
It's never his thing.
Never his thing. We try, though. We're trying
So-
to be...
So we've got over here at the levee, they do free ping pong, free
Cornhole.
Cornhole. They're actually doing a cornhole tournament over here too, which I want to talk to them about because
Yeah.
I want to sponsor a hole. I'm sure they're not thinking that far ahead, but I would love to have our own native boards where instead of lane 5, it's the native lane. I also want to get a team together. A native team for cornhole. So if you're a cornhole expert, i.e. all of my wife's family, that's, bro. Like every
I'll
time,
play. I threw a 4-bag over at when I was playing Lemonade. Jamie from Lemonade.
oh,
yeah.
he's a 4-bagger.
I threw a 4-bag. Yeah, he was not ready. He was running his mouth. He's like, I don't want to be on Andrew's team. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. And at the end of the game, I finished it off, and they didn't say anything. He's like, oh, he just put his head down. I was like, okay, Jamie. Okay, Jamie.
Dope.
So that happened.
I,
Bird was there for that. Eric Bird was there for that. So he's been on the podcast before. So
It's funny,
Yeah.
man. Like Kaylin, whenever we go over to her grandma's house, they always have cornhole out there.
Yeah.
And by default, she's always has to be my partner. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
And like everyone on her family is like way better than I am, right? I mean, I'm blind, dude. I've got no depth perception.
Yeah,
so
that
like
game
me,
does. Yeah.
So me throwing like a, but
Yeah.
once I lock in, I'm pretty decent, right? So it's like it's all like muscle memory.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I can
that's
still
exactly
play
what it is.
basketball. Like once I get a
Yeah.
couple shots in, I can still play.
Yeah, that's a whole thing to think about. Is like how often do you have to reposition your whole.
Oh, bro,
Yeah,
it's
every
insane.
time.
Everything. I haven't golfed. I've gone to Top Golf and I've hit the ball, but actually golfing, I think is I think that's a thing of the past now. I can't analyze a room very quickly with one eye. So like when I hit the ball, I can't look up and catch it right away and figure out where
Like
it
locate
is.
it, yeah.
And also like
That's
yeah,
hard with 2 eyes. I mean,
Yeah.
it really is. With one eye, obviously difficulty raised, but with 2 eyes, it's hard enough because balls get lost all the time. They go. I mean, when you're golfing, usually people plan to lose 1 or 2 balls per entire round of golf. So because whether.
I think that beer is full there. I forgot I brought one out for you.
Well, thank you.
Inside that Oktoberfest thing. So yeah, speaking of that, we are looking for sponsors for the
Yes, we are.
podcast. So if you know any beer sponsors or beer reps or beer companies that would like to be a part of the podcast, we're going to talk about you on the podcast. We'll do commercials. We're actually going to give you a little bit of the glass front here too. So as people come by, there's probably, I would say, a good 20,000 people that come through the levee weekly.
Yep.
So they all pop through here. Everybody at least window shops. So over here, just
And
like
it's
we
getting
have
busier.
right now.
It's getting busier now that
Um,
people know the levee's open and active after the fireworks. I think it's about to even get busier each weekend. So
For sure.
yeah.
Plus, we've got more restaurants moving in, and that was the
Yes.
main thing, man. Is
Yes.
getting those restaurants moved in here before Christmas time.
Yep.
And really popping off. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are looking for sponsors. So and we are going to be taking that money accordingly. So any sponsorship money is going to be added to getting celebrities in. flown in and hooked up with a hotel. So maybe we'll actually try to get Aqua as a sponsor as well. Would be really cool.
Yes, for sure.
So all right. So the VMA. Oh, there's JoJo. Look, he's was he popping? Oh, they've got to work over there, don't they?
No, I don't know.
What time is it? Oh, probably not. No, it's going on 6 o'clock. You guys are doing the sports podcast at 7.
Yes, we are. Speaking of sports, Bengals won.
Oh, bro.
The Bengals won. Tyrell's still gone. The Bengals won, and Joe Burrow got his first win of the season. We looked good. It's good for the city. We need those wins. We beat the Minnesota Vikings, and things are looking good for the season. I'm excited. We're definitely being slept on in the division. The Baltimore Ravens lost last night. The Browns lost. The Steelers won. But that puts us. I mean, we're two of the 4 teams have a win, and we're one of the 2 teams that got it. So, not mad about it.
I was telling Kalen that, man, that at the end of the game, at the end of the day, like, it doesn't matter if you rush for 300 yards or if you pass for 300 yards. If you lose that game, it's just an L, dude. At the end of the day, it's just an L on the list, and it's like that's the last thing you want.
Yeah. Yeah, but sometimes it's only some. I mean, teams look at it a different perspective. So, like this weekend, for example, the Packers lost, but they're kind of looking at it as just one game we lost because they're going to win a lot of them. We're not going to win as many, so this win's huge for us. It's massive. You know what I mean? So each team and each situation is different. We had Jamar Chase, our new draft, got a touchdown. Like, it was a really good start to the season. And
yeah, that was a great pass too.
Yeah, we're feeling great.
That was a great pass, and he had a little bit of jets on him, man. He was cruising.
He's fast, and he had a lot of drops in the preseason. He was struggling, so the fact that he got that touchdown.
Did he really say that about the white lines on the football? Did you see that?
About how it's hard to catch?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did say that. He said it was harder to catch than a college football, which, I mean, I'm not in the position to make that assessment, but I haven't heard that many times. I've heard the NFL ball is harder to catch. I have heard that, but he's the honestly, highest profile that have said it. I mean, Jamar Chase is like a high-profile athlete. He got drafted in the first round after sitting out a whole year.
Right. I mean, I guess if somebody was going to have the rights to say that, it would be somebody that has taken the same pass from the same quarterback in college and then the same quarterback in the NFL.
And that is him.
I mean, if it would be different if he was playing for Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? And then he was getting that rocket.
That arm.
Right,
that arm
right.
is probably the strongest arm the NFL's ever seen.
Yeah, dude. He's out of control.
He had a bad weekend, though. They lost. He didn't score a touchdown.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man.
He didn't play the fourth quarter. They were down. They lost 38-3.
Jesus. Oh, okay. No wonder why Steve Mick was having a bad day.
Oh, yeah. The Packers got rushed. That's why I said they were looking at it as it's just one game. We're going to come back. We'll win more because they're going to. But the Bengals needed this win. This just sets the whole tone for our season.
I mean, isn't that how it always is though? Like the first game sets a tone for the whole season. So like getting stomped like that on
but it's
game
Aaron
one.
Rodgers. He could probably win every game going on if he really want. If he
didn't win this one.
Yeah.
Why didn't he win this one? And why can't he win all the other ones, but he can't win the one?
I don't know. This one was odd. This offseason was weird because he almost like retired.
Right.
Yeah, so he's been going through it with the organization. So I think
you think just that because he was like, I'm out of here. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to.
Yeah. When you mention retirement, that means you're like 1 foot out.
Yeah.
You don't say those words unless like you really mean them because that's a big thing to say. And SportsCenter's going to cover it. Everyone's going to take your words and blow it up. So he said it, but I mean physically and everything he knows, he should be able to bounce back, no problems. But it was a bad look this weekend. Hey, what up? What up, guys?
We've got the crew in, man.
Yep.
So we've been since was this June is when we opened up this store?
The very end of May.
Okay, very end of May.
But
yeah.
June was probably when we started really getting together because we just opened that weekend to be open. Yeah, May 28th was I think our first day open.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's why I got this guy around, man. He knows more about the store than I do.
Yeah. Well.
But we've been getting a lot of kids coming in, man. A lot of high school kids from the local
Yes.
local schools, and it's cool seeing them pop in, man. Because like Ethan and JoJo, these guys, they're they're just like us, just 10 or 20 years younger, man. They're trying to figure out their own path, and Ethan's a really good artist, and JoJo's trying to figure out his thing, and like it's cool. It's cool. These kids, they just keep coming back, and they just want to keep being a part of it, and they just want to put time in and just hang out and be a part of this thing, and just kind of throw their 2 cents in. Ethan's got some designs that he's already made for the brand.
Yes.
That we're considering putting on a couple T-shirts, man, which is really cool for
Added
somebody.
to our artist series.
Yeah. This artist series is gonna be really cool, man. We have a DTG printer in house, so if you don't know what DTG means, it's direct to garment. So we actually take this T-shirt, we lay it on a life-size printer. He's still sweating. Tyrell's coming in.
Yeah.
Hey,
Pop in.
yeah, Tyrell's back. We didn't have to close up without him.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So, but we've got a DTG printer in stock. So direct to garment, you put the shirt right on the actual life-size printer, and it pulls through, and it lays a whole layer of white, and then it'll suck it back through and put a whole layer of color on. Over 16 million colors. So if you've got a logo, if you've got a design, if you've got a business, if you've got a food truck and you only have 3 employees, we can print 3 shirts for you. It's not an issue. You can come right in. There's free parking for the first hour at the levee. We'll see you, fellas.
Hey, later, boys.
Hey, tune in. We were talking about you.
Yeah. Yay. You got your shout out, boys. Yay.
But then we're going to, with the artist series.
We're going to get him on the camera real quick.
There they go.
That's Ethan.
There's Ethan.
Coming through. Right here.
There
Say
they
what's
are.
up. There's JoJo.
There's Ethan. There's Joe. Yeah. See, I told you we should have had the camera over here. Everyone thinks the camera's straight ahead, bro. But anyway, so the if you've got 3 employees and you only need 3 shirts made, you can come down here. You can park free for the first hour. We've got a whole stack of different colored T-shirts here, different hoodies. Once we get your company set up, we can have those shirts in stock and ready to go. So if you have an employee that you just hired on, they need some mediums, you can bring them down here and we can get them hooked up right away. But the artist series is going to be cool because we're going to be teaming up with some bands, some rappers, some artists, and some graphic designers to create your own clothing for a full month or full 2-month stint. So all you do is you tell somebody to come down to the levee. They go over to the bake shop here in Native. They pick out the blank shirt they want, whatever color they want, tank top, hoodie, doesn't matter. Now you've got an entire merch line instead of just going to a silkscreen shop and getting a black shirt with white ink or 2 colors or 3 colors. We can really make your shirt stand out here with some stuff. We get paid for the blank shirt. You guys get paid for the logo. And that's how we're going to be doing the artist series down here. So if you want to be a part of it, again, comment below. That's how we're going to be getting a hold of most of the people. We're going to be going live on all of our social media and then uploading it to Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, all that good stuff. And then Tyrell, how you feeling, bro? So he ran off.
Yes.
A quick update if anyone's still watching. So Tyrell ate the 2021 Packy One Chip Challenge. You lasted maybe 3 minutes, drank the milk, and then you threw up. Yeah, is that what I'm getting? You did.
Yeah. Is it out of your system or?
Probably. Yeah, I threw up on my hand and the top of the garbage can, so I had to clean that. So that was great.
Yeah.
I felt bad, and I'm glad it happened the way it did because these customers came in and they were thinking about buying the Baby Yoda. So like they came over and they were looking at me. I literally just kind of kneeled down and just sat there like, and I felt it, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's coming. So I ran over, but they immediately they were talking amongst themselves and they turned around. So I was like, great, they didn't actually see because I felt like they were still over there behind me, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this in front of them, and then because I felt it coming, it was coming. But I made it over to the trash can. I didn't get it over anything. I had to go wash my hands, ran to the bathroom, went to go talk it out. My face is like Like you get really, really hot and then you get slowly cold. Like my face is feeling like that right now. Like I can feel it all in my cheeks. I think I touched around my eye a little bit when I had it on my fingers. So it was just, but yeah, right now my cheeks just burn. That's all I feel. Like I just ate some hot wings or something. But yeah, way worse than last year. Way worse than last year. It hit me a lot
So you
faster.
think there's no chip left to go through your system?
No.
right.
It's gone. It's got to be gone.
I mean
You
that's
hope.
I mean, I hope. I mean, yeah.
next time there's got to be a consolation prize for throwing up. Like if you
If
throw
you don't
up,
make it,
if you throw up, then you got to do like
Yeah.
a dab of
Yeah.
the last dab.
Yeah, like a punishment.
Something crazy. Yeah.
That works.
Because now you're not going to feel it the next day. Like it's already out of your system. So
Right.
you're not
I
going to
mean,
feel it in your stomach and all that.
I don't understand why it took me so long for it to come through my system. It took me 2 days, and it was when it came out. I felt it, so I definitely know it lasted that long, and it came out. When
for
so
sure.
it was. So
you
it
definitely know.
Yeah. So when it happened, it was like, why didn't I? What did it do to my system to like keep me from using the restroom, taking dropping one? You know what I mean? Like, and it just when it came out, fury, flames, the whole nine was just.
I still I think back to last year. I can't figure out how you was like so mellow with it. Like I'm sure it was pain on the inside, but you took it as if it didn't matter. And
You
I
didn't
watched
cough, bro. It didn't.
I
It didn't
I
go
didn't
down
cough.
that
I didn't
throat.
cough. I didn't cough. Like when he coughed and spit up that black smoke that comes off the chip, the black chip
it
chip
was-
dusts or whatever.
Yeah,
and
the chip flakes.
yeah, right. I didn't have to deal with that. I put it down, and it was just mind over matter at that point. I was just thinking, I just got to get through this, and we'll be at the other end. We'll be fine. I didn't know last year was going to last like a straight 6 hours where I could feel the chip move around. I didn't feel it like that this year. It wasn't the same. It was like more pain. My whole stomach. For a while.
Whole
The
stomach.
whole stomach was painful this
Well,
time.
you're right.
around, so-
Last year you could feel exactly where it was in your stomach. So
Yes.
like you could feel like it
Like a
in
little
your
knot.
intestine.
Yeah.
But this year, it was just like stomach cramps. Like
Yeah.
my entire stomach just
Yeah.
feels like shit.
Honestly, my stomach hasn't felt right since.
Oh really?
If we're being honest, I don't know if it's a deeper issue, but but I'll be honest with you. My stomach hasn't felt right since enough to where I brought it up to my mom.
That's funny,
Yeah,
dude.
but I mean, I didn't bring up the chip to her. I just said my stomach is hurting, blah 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 blah, and like hopefully I don't know what's happening. It's not
Probiotics, bro. Start taking some probiotics.
Yeah,
Try to get that
but
shit
it was
out.
as soon as I took that chip. I don't know if it has something to do with it or it's coincidence, but
I've never
Yeah.
I've never done coke in my life, but I would assume if I did a lot of it, the next day is how I felt after taking that chip. Like the behind my nose felt hollow, like it was
Yes,
weird.
same.
It
Mine
felt
did too.
like my and actually like
my nose hasn't stopped running since either.
yeah.
So,
I still have
my
a little
nose-
bit
yeah.
like a little bit burning sensation.
Something about that chip. So but if he got rid of it, he should be fine.
And
But-
like the worst part is, man, like we did the chip during COVID, so it's like half the symptoms are like
yeah, you don't know what's
stomach cramps.
Right.
I've got diarrhea.
Right. right.
my teeth are numb.
What if the chip like does something to COVID?
I've got I don't know. I don't know, man.
Any illness. What if it just like it's so potent it just like, I mean that spice is hot.
I mean that definitely clears out.
It clears out all your sinuses. I mean my nose ran for the whole. After I took it, my nose was pretty much running the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Fully, like I had to blow my nose probably 10 times. I had tissues on deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, Tyrell,
You all right?
you all right? He's over there still making those facial expressions. Which I got a picture of that, and you're gonna.
Yeah,
you
I saw that. I was all like, I think with this one I was a lot more scared because like I was thinking about you guys already doing it. Like I was like,
Oh,
it's gonna
yeah.
be like later on in the year, and like, oh no, it's already happened. Now I have to do
Yeah.
it. And I was like, in my mindset, talking about various things, telling people about the podcast and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I think this time around I focused on more of it hurting. Last time around I focused on what's gonna happen. Immediately when you said, oh, I felt it in my stomach. I felt my stomach just kind of like flip a little bit, and
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh shoot, is it not over? Like, I'm like, is it not over? Is there more to this? Am I gonna feel bad when I get home? And also thinking about like last year too, like I think I ate less than I did then. I probably still didn't eat like a whole lot, but I think like that probably has something to do with it.
Right.
I think the milk probably did upset my stomach as well because of probably how much I consumed at once. So it's probably a lot to it, you know. I want to, you know, look into it, try to figure out like how do people handle it well? How do people go without, you know, doing things? I mean, I'm sure the pain is still there, but like just what are the tricks? I want to learn it.
I do know the trick. I think Tom Segura I think said it, and it was you have to eat bread and butter the night before.
Bread and butter.
Bread and butter the night before, and it ends up helping with all the hot stuff you eat the next day.
I do get the bread. Where's the
I
butter
definitely
coming from?
get the bread.
I mean, man, maybe the butter is just so you can tolerate eating a whole bunch of bread.
Right.
Like that
Right.
could be it. Appreciate you,
Yeah.
fellas.
I mean, I'm the weird guy. I used to just eat bread by itself. Like people eat peanut butter and
Sure.
jelly sandwiches. I just eat straight peanut butter. So
Syrup
like
sandwiches.
syrup sandwich, yeah, that
Oh.
too. So like when I didn't have peanut butter, I'd eat straight bread. My mom would get pissed at me. She sees this now, probably not, but I would eat most of the bread because I didn't have the peanut butter to put it with. You know, I would just eat it, and I'd be fine with it. I could definitely do that for next year's hot chip.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I didn't. That's why I asked earlier what you had ate before you took the
Yeah,
chip.
I
Like,
literally.
What did you eat for lunch? Because that's about either if you throw up, that's coming up, or secondly, it's gonna affect your stomach because you're about to put this.
It was probably mostly the chip, but I
Yeah.
literally I had a donut, and I had some.
That's bread. That's bread.
Yeah, I had some. What's that called? Panda Express.
Yeah, that
Literally,
That
but
ain't
I didn't eat a lot of it. That's the thing. It was like couple bites, and I rushed down here so I could be here on time. That was literally it.
We had Jimmy John's before we ate it.
We still got Jimmy John's over. I still have half my sandwich.
I have
too.
about a quarter of my sandwich, but that's bread. But still, even though
I just
not
I
enough
wanna,
bread, not as much as
Right. I
Yeah.
want to know your secret, man. What you did last year to not have the reaction that me and Jay both had. Like I still can't get it. Every time
I got lucky.
I go right. Every time I go through those videos, man, yours is the first one that pops up, and I'll play it, and I'm just looking at this man's face, like, how is he not dying on the outside?
Because
Like,
my name starts with A. That's why I'm first. And also, I don't know what happened. I just know I handled it better last year than I did this year. Though on camera it looked fine, but like it hurt my stomach and it was more painful. I mean, it seems like a more potent chip this year. So like,
oh, it
naturally,
definitely.
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
last year the buildup was a lot different too. Like it took me a minute because I went through the whole 5 minutes somehow miraculously, but like I think the buildup this time was just like beep 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 beep, beep boom, like exploding.
Yeah.
Like I think last year was just kind of like the first minute, 30 seconds was like it's heating up like you're eating hot fries, which aren't that really hot, but like that feeling. The minute 30 seconds. After the minute and 30 seconds passed, it just hot wings. And then after that, it was like more hot fries on top of the hot wings. Like it was immediate, but it was more intense than just like this year. This year was more intense than, the slow wave buildup. Like I think I could probably buy last year's chip and handle it a lot better now that I've done this year's, just because of doing it the first time. But I don't know. Maybe I'll try that bread technique. Try to eat a bunch of bread and butter, and try it again. But I'm gonna do it
again. We could all try it again.
I mean, you know what's crazy, bro, is they obviously upped it this year, right? They went
Yes.
from the Carolina Reaper to the Carolina Reaper and Scorpion Pepper, and the chip is definitely hotter than it was last year, without question.
They have scorpions on the packaging, so.
So what are they gonna do next year, though? Like, you know what I mean? Like, because
goodness.
this is the type of company that they're gonna keep upping it every year because the consumer, it's only one chip, so the consumer wants it to be hotter. They don't want it to go down, right?
Right,
You know
right.
what I mean?
They want the challenge to be, more immense each year. And what can they do to make it more immense? I mean, if you add more, I mean, add other hot stuff to it, is there other senses it's hitting, or is the hottest of the hot, which is Scorpion, or whatever is, we don't know what the hottest part is.
I mean, they're
Scorpion,
gonna
pepper,
they're gonna have to
hotter
put something in there that's like 99% of people are allergic to. You know what I mean? Like something that's just gonna make you start itching at that point.
Okay, well that's another
I could see that
layer to
happening,
it.
too.
Sure. I mean, this packaging this year is pretty dope, though. I mean, this
It is.
Yeah.
It is, man.
So they make it look. I mean, last year was just a red and black box.
Right.
I was at like I said earlier, I was at Jungle Gyms earlier. Shout out to those guys, and shout out to Mark Borson. He's got his own podcast over there now, which is super dope, man.
Nice.
It's not the one in Eastgate, which is typically the one that I go to now, because that's where we pick up all of our DTG ink. But he's out there in Springdale, so he's got his own little podcast studio and everything out there. So as soon as you walk in,
Good
it's
for
sort
him.
of right. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But Jungle Gyms has always been the go-to spot for us, man, when it comes to picking up the hot stuff, the scorpions, I had a zebra tarantula that somebody ate on the first season of the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I keep seeing that
Yeah,
video.
bro. So that's something that I do want to get back in. I want to bring the wheel back in. And I want to add all those gross things to the list, and then put $100 gift card on there, T-shirt, hoodie.
Put the Packy one chip challenge on
The
there.
one
Let's
chip
do
challenge.
it.
Well, so the one chip challenge will be on there. They've got the toe of Satan, which is insane, and then they've got like the nut challenge too.
What's the nut challenge?
It's their peanuts, but they're dipped in the like the Carolina Reaper dust and all that shit.
Okay. Yeah.
So they got a lot of stuff down there, man. So and like you know what the cool thing is, being here, we can just run down there and grab that stuff. But like for all these YouTubers and all that stuff, they got to order that stuff on Amazon, or they got to order it online, and they got to hopefully it comes in
by the time their episode.
Right.
Yeah. So
What I just thought about when because you mentioned the peanut, I didn't know people were doing that. I assumed it was all like just random items. I wonder what type of like chip they use. Like, do they just make it all together, or do they make the chip first and then they put the concoction of powders?
They make the chip first. I think they make the chip first, and they probably make the chip black to start. They probably dye the chip black to start, and then they cover
for sure.
the
I'm
stuff
sure-
with all the.
I'm sure it's the same process as making Doritos, but
Right.
you're just taking the chips and separating them
Right.
on the packaging.
Yeah, like
part.
blue chips. You ever seen a blue chip, like a blue tortilla chip?
I don't think so.
So you can get tortilla chips come in, all colors, I guess, or
Right.
they dye them, whatever. But a blue chip is just when I used to work I worked for Jason's Deli, and our tortilla chips are blue chips, and they're just a big. The package it's a normal package of chips, but the chips are huge, and they're just blue tortilla chips. It's very similar to this, so it might be the same process, but then they just spice this up.
Because I would just imagine, like, what if someone took a Dorito, like just an actual Dorito, and then just
Probably spiced the same way the Dorito is
yeah,
spiced. They just the
did the same
Doritos chips
similar.
first, and then they use that. I guess they.
I want
whatever
to
greases on it.
I want to
cover
point.
it.
I want to point this out, man. So the gallery has seating everywhere, and they've got a 200-foot TV, so you can watch sporting events. You can watch Reds games,
Bengals games.
Bengals games. They've got the contract for FCC, so
Yep.
all FCC games will be played down here with the sound on. But the staff that works for Newport on the Levee are incredible, man. This lady's over here right now, and this is I don't know if you can see her. She's over here cleaning everything up and restaging the gallery. So these are spots here where you can just come down. You can grab DoorDash. You can grab your food from Brothers or whatever you want to. You can grab a beer from the box park, and you come over here and have a seat. There's a TV right where she's at up on the wall. So it's a 200-foot TV with surround sound. It's got all the games playing. They're really good at making sure that the local events are on there. So it's really cool seeing that, man, because there's this place has 24-hour maintenance, 24-hour security. The levee's really done its due diligence to bring people back here.
For sure, man. They've definitely done.
Bro, for 20 years they've been
yeah.
telling people no loitering, and now
Right.
they spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on furniture.
Yeah, and it really, there's so much seating out there. When they start getting like real events in here and they start booking stuff in here, which I assume eventually they will, it's gonna be perfect for a band to come in here and play an acoustic set or whatever. I'd really like to see them build a stage out here and really utilize this space.
Yeah,
honestly,
I think that'd be dope. Like one of
yeah.
those stages that can kind of just slide up, so like
Yeah.
you could take it down and then bring it back up without any like major hassle. That'd be dope.
We could definitely use the entertainment inside, and it would be an awesome entertainment space. I mean, it would be where you used to buy movie tickets. There was that booth. It's no longer there, so that would be a perfect little spot to set something up. That's where they usually set up the trivia night when it's raining outside. They set up inside here, and trivia night is it's a fun time. So come on down there. It's usually on Tuesdays. So
Is it? It's
Tuesdays. They've done on Thursdays.
Thursdays. Yeah.
Thursdays. I think they've done on Tuesdays too.
They probably did.
I've seen
a
them down
few
here,
times,
yeah.
But I think their day for it was supposed to.
Oh
be
no!
Thursday.
You know what? No, Thursdays was the live music that they were doing.
Yeah, so it was on Tuesdays.
So Tuesdays is the.
But he's done it on Thursdays too. He has been
Yeah.
here on a Thursday as well.
I definitely.
Because I
think
rode my bike down here and I saw it one time. So
they've like
Yeah.
switched. They've done
yeah,
it.
but yeah, but they do that inside as well. If they could get more stuff in here, that would be an awesome thing. I know they do acoustic acts sometimes out here. So
Yeah.
but yeah, it's a perfect space. It's a lot of seating. It's very comfortable seating. There's a lot going on. There's the cornhole. There's the ping pong. There's just a lot. It's a great family setting. There's Little Spoon Bakery. You can get a coffee and sit out and just enjoy the night. You know what I mean? And if you want to get an alcoholic beverage, you can take it anywhere on the levee. Everything is you can carry your drinks anywhere you want to go. So that's always a huge benefit.
I've got to head down to Rotolo, man. I've got to try. They've got a new slushy wall, dude.
I saw.
That is so genius,
Yeah.
man. Like
Yeah.
with how everything's changing and how, especially like how much easier it is for a bartender to make a drink that way, where you can just pour it out of a slushy and then drop it off, and it's the drink that everybody wants anyways.
Right.
You know what I mean? So shout out to those guys for bringing that in, man. I wouldn't mind going down there and trying one right now if we got time. I think Kaylin's probably already at the house, so I'm probably going to cut this one short. But anyways, man, so every Tuesday we're doing this down here in Newport on the Levee. There's a lot of stuff going on down here. They're adding new stuff all the time. We've got new restaurants coming in. If you want to be a part of the podcast, if you want to be a part of the team, actually, we're looking for some new people. Come Christmas time, we're going to be looking to hire on some other employees in the store, and also we're trying to expand a little bit on other things that we're doing. So if you guys want to be a part of it, let us know. Comment below. Get a hold of one of us or pop in. Tyrell, I appreciate you. Somebody came in yesterday or 2 days ago. He said that he talked to you. About getting a job. And it's so currently we're not hiring in this store, but I went ahead and told him I like the guy. I liked his demeanor, and he was going to school at UC for graphic design.
Nice.
And a couple things, man. So I was like, this is exactly who the type of people that we need on board, man. So.
Yes.
So we got his number, we got his contact info. We're gonna be getting a hold of that dude.
It was definitely one of those things. Like, I've talked to a lot of people who were like, "Oh yeah, you guys hiring and stuff like that." We get a lot of teenagers that come through here, so like that happens anyway. I talked to him, I asked him his age, and in mid conversation, like, I'm figuring this guy out, like, what does he do and stuff like that. And he seemed like a dope overall guy. I actually seen him around the levee before, and I had never got to talk to him or whatever. I think he went to go see a movie or something like that. But then he came into the store. He was like, "Man, yeah, I really like what you guys have got going on." He told me what he did, and he was like, this is kind of like my type of stuff. Like, I could see myself being able to fit well with this. And I was like, "Yeah, man, come in. I'm not the owner by any means. Come talk to the man in charge, Jay Banks, and
You're
we'll
one
go
of
from
three,
there."
bro. You're one of three. That's it.
I gotta remember, like, there's so much control that I have. So like I definitely try to voice who I am in this place, but at the same time, it's like, you know, I don't make that final say. So that's kind of what I was telling him, and I was like, yeah, but I'm glad he came back because I didn't come.
Yeah.
We did our own thing on Monday, so that's awesome. So
And that's the big thing, man. What you said is finding your place, man. And that's the thing is there's room to eat here, but you just have to find your place, man. You know, babysitting the store might not be it, but if you're able to go door to door, not door to door, but you know, outside sales, trying to get the stuff into other businesses and other restaurants. I've never done that. I've never even gone to a coffee shop and said, "Hey, would you like to carry Native?" And at this point, the brand's gotten so big that we would be helping coffee shops by putting our stuff in, and then being able to advertise, "Hey, go to XX coffee shop in Fort Thomas. You know, they've got our ponytail hats in stock."
Yeah.
Right. Definitely.
You know, so there's always room on the plate. We just have to figure out where, you know, where you want to eat. And for somebody just like this guy, just met him, same conversation, bro. As we were talking, I'm learning this dude, and I'm figuring out him and figuring out if there's a place for him, and then I want him to feel like he's ready to jump in that place, right? Like I don't want to like lead him to it. Like, hey, if you think that you've got some graphic design work and you think that you can really add to the level of work that we're doing here, send them in, and then, you know, we'll get it set up. But that's the beauty about this thing, man. It's just the three of us, dude. You know, at the end of the day, when it comes to the podcast, the store, everything from A to Z, there's only three people to talk to. Other than that, you're talking to the wrong people. You know, and that's the thing is we've gotten very far with where we are now, and we're swimming upstream, dude. And you know, Polaris Mall wants us. Chicago, we're looking at Chicago. I think that'd be an amazing opportunity for us.
Dope opportunity for us.
Shout out to Daryl, man, my best friend from the Sandbox, dude. Daryl Phillip. He would quit his job tomorrow if we opened up a store tomorrow.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that is amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah, and he's I mean he's an incredible individual, man. So I would love to be able to get somebody like him on board as well. So, anyways, man, is there anything else you guys want to talk about? You know, we're like I said, we're still trying to get sponsors. I'm sure we'll be able to talk to them in the meantime.
Right.
You know, we've got a ton of Liquid Death in stock here, which obviously Liquid Death's been hard to get apparently. But we've got a nice contract with them, so we're always stocked and ready to go here. We've got almost like, I think, a dozen cases almost. So if you want to try Liquid Death, it's the wettest water on the planet. It's delicious. It's good to go.
Yep. Quench that thirst.
It really does.
It does.
Man.
No, it's good.
I think it's honestly, I think the trick is the cold can.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah, the packaging changes the game with it. So
I'm gonna throw you guys a curveball before we get off the podcast because Kaylin hates it, bro. She can't stand it. Ice in your milk. Now, before you guys both throw up, it's got to be drank quickly. It can't just sit there and linger. It can't water down the milk. But there's nothing better than a glass of milk with like 3 ice cubes in it.
I've had ice in the milk.
That you drink right away. And she's like she hates it, bro. Like,
yeah, I've had ice in my milk.
It might as well be skim milk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
like,
right. No, for sure. It doesn't bother me. I'll take it down.
Have you had it before? Have you had ice cold?
I've had ice in my milk. My grandma would put ice in milk. So
did you drink it right away? Did you let it linger?
No, we drink it. I mean, drink it right away. I mean, I usually didn't drink it all right away.
I mean, you were a kid, so you're just like,
yeah,
and then ran back right out to the playground.
She said, try it. And I'm like, all right, I'll try it. No big deal. And I mean, it didn't really come off to me as gross. So
right.
I haven't had it in a long time. So
I never thought it was gross because it's one of Brad Pitt's favorite drinks. So I'm like, whatever, dude. It's Brad Pitt's favorite drink.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
But it honestly you have to drink it quick though. Like don't think I'm a freak. If it's watered down, it's skim milk and it's terrible. I agree with my wife on that point. But if you're just trying to go to bed, actually throw a little bit of chocolate milk in there. Throw a little Hershey syrup, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
And then drink a small glass of chocolate milk before you go to bed, and you'll have some crazy dreams. I don't know why chocolate does that, bro. But like when Like, I have wild dreams when I drink chocolate milk right before I go to bed. Huh. I used to, you know what, when I was about 22, 23. No, it might have been 20. I might have been underage. Sometimes I would drink a Red Bull right before I went to bed. And it's weird because I could still sleep, but I would have so many dreams, dude. Yeah. It was just like, and the dreams would just be like, like so many dreams, bro. It was just like, I wouldn't.
Your brain was probably just.
Oh, bro, so many dreams I didn't have enough time to tell you about them.
Right. They say if you drink coffee right before bed, it won't keep you up. It'll make you sleep better.
I could see that.
So.
I could see that.
It's a thing.
And cold air too, man. This is funny, bro. Like my mom keeps her temperature. She keeps it at like 73, but this is 73 in Arizona, right? So the temperature outside is above 73, so it's like she's basically cooling it down to keep it hot.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm having problems sleeping. I'm like, turn that bitch down, man. Turn that down. And I've got Kaylin to the point where we turn the AC down to 68 at night, bro. 68 degrees. And I'm sure like my house isn't insulated, so it's not getting down to 68. It's not like I'm lowering my heart rate, but like that's like the chronotherapies and all that stuff. Like they're saying like sleeping in a cold atmosphere is good for your body.
Yeah. Yeah, I sleep in a cold atmosphere. Yeah, so
my mom stayed at my house for 2 weeks, and I didn't change the temperature. I just gave her more blankets, and she loved it, bro. Like because she would get up at like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, and I would get texts from her like, you know, and this is like, man, like when my mom is going on 70 years old, so it's like, why is she up at 5 o'clock in the morning, man? Can't sleep, you know. And then she's over at my house, and I'm like waking up at 8:30 making coffee, and she's still assed out.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I see you 68 degrees. That'll work.
Right.
But,
do you sleep with a fan next to your bed too? On top
bro,
of the cold?
not only do I have it set at 68, but you know, like one of my favorite parts about having you as a partner in this entire thing is you've learned me so well that you know what I'm gonna do before I do it, right? So like when it comes down to it, my AC unit in my bedroom, the vent comes sideways, so it doesn't come out from the ceiling and it doesn't come towards my bed. So I mounted a tornado fan on my wall above where you walk into like Kaylin's. She's got a game room in there.
Yeah.
So it's I'm not rich. The game room is a super small bedroom that should be a closet. But she's got her her computer in there with all of her Twitch streaming stuff.
Yeah.
But so
which you should follow, by the way.
Yeah. Kaylin Christine 5 on Twitch. So
yes.
Kaylin no T, Kaylin. But the tornado's right above the door, and then I've got it teamed up with Alexa. So it could be
nice.
it could be like 3 o'clock in the morning and just be like, Alexa, fan on. And she kicks the fan on, and so
Best
what happens
feeling.
was the AC comes this way, and then the tornado fan throws it right in my face, bro.
Oh, nice.
And so
That's
like,
great.
yeah. So like we've got a Tempur-Pedic bed, and then like the down feather. So like it's like winter time in the middle of summer in the house, bro, all the time. And even Barkley, bro, he's under the covers all day. Like if all you gotta do is pull the covers up a little bit, he'll get up and run over and slide right underneath the covers. Man, he's like,
he's
it's
so
too cold in here for me, bro.
Yeah. It's awesome. I keep a fan next to my bed as well, so I'm right there with you. Mine's just one of those tall, white, like Hamilton Beach fans.
Oh
and
yeah, for
and
sure,
it just
bro.
rotates, but I just keep it facing me, and I'm good. My house is set at like 71 on the reg, so.
That's funny, bro. Like so many people just like stare over here and they go, "What are they doing?"
I know. Yeah. What are they doing over there?
They see them talking in the microphone.
Have you ever done one of those flotation devices? Flotation like cocoons? What are those things?
Oh.
Like it's like a meditation.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
They've got one just up the road here on Mama Street in Newport.
I've never been in one.
I would do that.
I would.
Would
too.
you do it?
Yeah.
You would do it?
Mm-hmm.
You know what, man?
I might get stuck in my thoughts, but
I don't know if I would end up hyperventilating in there, because you're closed in.
True.
And you're floating in like just a foot or two of water. So, but it's like
you gotta relax as much as you possibly can and just know it's gonna end eventually.
Zone out.
Yeah, you just have to just get in your head and. I mean, I've never done it, but I can imagine. I probably can handle it. I mean, I've been in some pretty like claustrophobic spaces, and that doesn't bother me. Except I don't like I like 1 foot out of the blankets when I sleep, but that's the only like.
Bro, that's a heat dump.
Yeah.
That's a heat dump. I learned that like maybe 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And Kaylin fucking hates it. It's so funny. She's like, because it's like we'll be sitting in the bed and all of a sudden she'll like pull her 1 foot up and then or she'll pull the blanket a little bit and her toes just stick out of the blanket. I'm like, heat dump. She's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you're heat dumping right now. And I was just went down. It was a YouTube rabbit hole, dude, and it was like one of those things where like they were talking about when you're sleeping, how you heat dump and don't even know it. So like when you're laying down, most of the heat leaves through your hands, your feet, and your head.
Right.
So so when you're under the covers, first thing you do is you end up pulling the covers up, and then all it needs is just the foot. It's just the dermal on your hands and feet that release all this stuff, which is crazy, bro.
It is crazy. I mean, I use it for that same thing. I mean, I'll be like laying there and I'll be like, feel so hot. Put my foot out or any like my lower leg, my knee, and I feel it and it drops all my heat and I feel so much better instantly, and then I'm ready to go back under the blanket.
Did you? Yeah. I know we should be cutting this short by now, but we're not gonna have any viewers anyways right now, so it doesn't matter.
Someone's gonna watch. If you're paying attention, make a comment.
yeah. If you're still watching right now,
you're an hour and almost hour and 40 minutes in. Hour and 37.
What should be the code word? Come in with the code word. I know what you did last Christmas.
Yeah. That's Christmas.
Come in and say that, and I'll give you something for free.
Yeah. Come in and say that.
It's got to be within a week, though. Like this can't be like 2025 and the store is doing real well. Now it sounds like I know what you did last Christmas.
Yeah, know what you did last Christmas.
But did you see the post that I did about the about that dark silhouette with the hat?
I did. That was interesting.
It's
I've
like
never,
that. It wasn't a joke either. Like
There's enough tracks on the internet about him. I looked into him a little bit that he's common.
It's
and
crazy.
That's crazy. What is? I mean,
like,
I've never seen.
And this was so when I was young, like there was no internet around and there was no cell phones. I was only fucking probably 5 or 6 when like I started having those dreams.
Yeah.
And it is. I mean, we go to sleep every single night. How many dreams have I had? Fucking tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, right? Like, there's only a couple that stick out in my mind, and it's always been this dude that is a silhouette character wearing a top hat, like with the brim hanging out, obvious trench coat, but you can't see, like you don't see anything other than a black silhouette. And I felt like as a kid this dream happened once a year, but when you're a kid you don't really know what a full year is, right?
For sure, yeah, right.
But it happened enough where I still remember 3 or 4 different dreams of the same guy, and it was so terrifying at the time. Like I remember one of them, he was coming into the house. And I hid into the closet of my own bedroom, but I left the closet light on, which was like one of those little pull strings, because I was scared. So I left the closet light on.
It's like out of a movie.
And but as he's walking through my house, seeing it from the back of my bedroom, so I can see my closet on the right, and I can see the doorway on the left. And I can see him walk by, and I can see him walk in my room, and then I can see him looking around. You know, even though I'm in the closet, I can see it from the other side of the room. I can see the closet. I can see him trying to look into the closet, which is weird. And every time that he caught me, I would immediately wake up. Like it was just like oh my god, like terrified.
Yeah.
But there was another one where
terrifying in general,
dude, where like it was a dream where he was coming into the house and I hid behind the couch, and it just so happened that the couch, it was like one of those bi-level houses that we lived in. So the second half upstairs, the couch was just on the right.
Yeah.
So second he walked into the stairs, he looked to the right and saw me right away, and like immediately, bro, like woke up screaming. Like it was just like one of those things where it was like it was always right when he caught me. Like I woke up and I felt like I couldn't move and I was just screaming.
Just
like,
straight.
and I never
scared
talked
to death.
I never talked to anybody about it. I mean, you know, you're a kid. You just think, man, like,
Yeah.
what the hell did I see or watch or
Right.
whatever. But, and then all of a sudden you hear about these night terrors and things on how people, they can't, like, they're paralyzed at nighttime.
Yeah,
They can't see
yeah.
this shit.
Yeah.
And, it was 100% it happened to me, right? So, like, the fact that it's happened to so many other people is crazy. It's not like I'm hearing the story and going, oh yeah, that happened to me.
Right.
I'm
right.
going, this is my childhood. Holy shit, this happened to you too? So it's a different scenario than hearing it and recalling it.
Yeah.
Like that scary fucker's been with me since I was a kid, dude. And so like it's weird, man. It's like what we haven't been around a long time. We've been around for, you know, like in a society-driven culture, like 150 years, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
200 years before that, there was no electricity. You know, it was. How do we not know what our dreams are about, and why are they so significant? Because we have no control over them at all.
I mean, yeah, the studies they've done on them, and they still don't understand dreams. I mean, I have I've had a reoccurring dream my whole life since I was really little till now, and I won't get too much into that. But the reoccurring dream, I mean, I had it since I was little, and I had it like 3 days ago. It's the same dream. It doesn't change. It's the same thing. Whatever. It's not very interesting. So, whatever. But dreams are so unpredictable, and then even if they are predictable and you can have them over and over again, people still don't understand.
Right.
There's no way to really know. The studies they've done on them, I had a guy, like, I talked to a guy a long time ago who, like, analyzed my dream, and he didn't understand it. He just thought I was, like, dealing with something. I'm like, I was young when I first had this. I wasn't dealing with anything, at least.
Right.
And now I'm dealing with stuff with him in high school when he talked to me about it. So, like, I'm not dealing with anything, so, like, I don't know what this trauma is causing these dreams. Where are these dreams coming from? No one understands. And they've done studies, and if we had answers, we would know. And that, at this point, like, there's been enough dreams, and people have predicted stuff in their dreams. They've predicted real-life events in their dreams. And where's this coming from? Is there someone out there tapping into the, people's, like, what's going on?
Is the Matrix a documentary?
Right.
Is that what's happening?
The simulation life, like,
I mean, the weird thing is, man, is that like we still can't comprehend what it is, right? But deja vu is probably the strangest thing. I'm guessing everybody gets deja vu, not to an extent. I don't know.
Yes.
Like, have you had deja vu to the point where you know what the person's going to say before they say it? Or have you just been into the point where I've seen this before, I've been here before?
I've been here before. I've seen this before. I have had it where I've known what they were going to say. I mean, I knew the topic that was going to happen. I'm like,
Right, or like something was going to come up, like there's a
Yeah.
white dog that's going to run by.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
I mean, it's happened since, we were at the other store. I had deja vu at the previous store before, and I was like, I've
So-
never been here before. I know for a fact that it's never happened prior. How am I remembering something that's, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like, it's
So
wild.
have you ever had deja vu in a bad situation? I'm talking like I remember this, but then somebody gets shot, or you get not obviously you get shot, but something to a bad
Yeah.
extent where it's like I shouldn't be here. This is a bad moment in my life.
I would say I can't recall a situation where it was bad that I had like a Mothman experience where I predicted a bad thing, but I have had a good deja vu thing. I had a deja vu at a birthday party thing one time, and I was like, I swear I've been here before. I've seen this before. And then my cousin's about to be super excited, and then that happened. My cousin had this whole thing happen, and he was super excited. I was like, how did I realize that he was about to get that car? Because it was the whole thing. But, like, it's just I saw the thing coming. I was
So-
like, people are about to be happy. Something's happening. So,
So
I've
I've got a theory, because I've had deja vu a lot, and it's
Yeah.
never been in a bad situation. It's never been wrong place at the wrong time. It's never been I shouldn't be here. It's always
a warning. Like,
it's my deja vu has always been positive moments,
Yeah.
right? They've always been something uplifting or something that like never negative, right? So what if God has a plan, or whoever he is has a plan from A to B, and through that course you go offline, you go ups, you go down, you travel along this line.
right.
But the second that you hit the line that God gave you from A to B, you're recalling that. Boom.
Okay, I see what you're
Deja
saying.
vu. Boom. Deja vu.
Yeah.
Boom. Because I've never had it in a situation where it's been one side or the other. It's never been extravagant, and it's never been negative ever. I've never been in a situation where I need to get out of here. I know what's going to happen next.
Yeah. Same. Never been there. Yep.
So that's strange to me. I don't know if anyone else is still watching. Have you ever had deja vu in a bad situation where you're like I've got to get out of here? I mean, because these are like deja vu is so crazy, bro. Like I've had it to the point where I know what you're going to say before your mouth even speaks. And you know what I mean? And that's crazy to me. Like you saying the same situation where you know your cousin's gonna get excited.
Yes.
About
yes.
something.
I knew
So-
it was happening. I had I was there at their house, and I was like, it didn't even happen. They didn't mention it to me. They didn't even know anything was happening. Like, they were just like, and then he showed up, and it was just this whole ordeal, and I was like, hi, what's so weird that just happened? But I didn't even
I've
mention it to
always
anyone.
thought
I
it
just let it go.
was just being the right time
Yeah.
at the the right place at the right time in
Right.
your life.
Yeah. Something aligned.
That's what I've always brought it down to, man. Is that when it comes down to it, you're just at the right time and the right place in your life, because it's so confusing. But I've been here before.
Right. And
I've never been here before. I don't know any of these people in this room, but I know what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
It's the craziest feeling.
Yeah, it's like you're out of body experience, and your mind is like connected to it, and your body hasn't been there before, or something hasn't been there, but something has been there, like a piece of you. It's
Your
just
mind's been there, but your body's never been.
something like
for
that.
sure.
Yes,
That's
yes.
a great way to way
Yeah.
to put it,
And
because
that,
I don't know how to explain it, but I know for a fact that I've been here before, and that I know what's going to happen next. It's the craziest feeling, dude.
it is crazy.
So
It's crazy.
I'd love to learn more about that shit, man.
What If
honestly.
podcast?
What If podcast? Lantana, let's roll, bro.
Let's go. What If podcast?
All right, man. Damn. Okay. We went. I was trying to get off here at 6. Now it's 6:40. So
yeah.
all
So
right,
it's
cool.
about time for that sports podcast. About to
Yeah.
get back on air.
All right, man.
Yep.
All right. I appreciate you guys. I love you. Tyrell's still walking around
He's
holding
still
his
walking
stomach.
around. He's still feeling it. Yep.
You went. That stomach hurts. You got that lump in your stomach. That's what it is. So last year it was a burn in your intestines. This year it's definitely a lump in your stomach, bro, without question. So yeah, one of those
Yes.
King Hippo shots, bro.
Yeah. So it's still in there. So you're gonna what goes in must come out, my friend. So
Yeah, you probably just threw up that milk, dude.
yeah, and there's a lot of pieces for chips, so there's a lot of room for it getting stuck in that stomach, and you're gonna feel it. And let us know how it goes.
All right, everybody,
All right, yeah.
let us know what we can do to make this podcast.
We're here to talk. You know.
So anything we can do, if we should re-up the screen, if we should figure out how to recreate a skin for this thing, is it easy to read? Let us know. Comment below. I love you guys. We'll see you next Tuesday. So next Tuesday we're gonna go live again with the powwow, and then the following Tuesday starts the actual season 4 of the podcast. So once we go there, we're going to be going live on the Native on the Levee page, not the J Banks page. So please, if you're not following Native on the Levee, do us a favor, look below on the comments. It should be added down there. So just like that page, and then you'll be able to catch all of our content, everything that we're doing, the limited drops. Everything's going to be going right from that page. So Until next Tuesday, I love you guys. This has been another episode of the Powwow with the boys. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. See you soon. Bye.